Rocky Mountain Sasquatch Organization. We head into Sasquatch Canyon a few weeks before the devastating fire that burnt 70,000 acres. The area that we Bigfoot in still has an evacuation order. I set this video aside and forgot that I even had it. You know, we were really upset that one of our favorite places to Bigfoot is on fire. Can't wait to get back in, hoping we can get back in there and see what's going on before winter time. So I thought I'd throw this video out there before the fire. We were shocked to hear about this massive fire that broke out. We have a lot of friends that live around the Sasquatch Canyon area, and so we prayed for their safety, their homes, their summer cabins, what have you. Just devastating.
I'll show you guys the fog. It was a river of fog that come through the maze of canyons that make up Sasquatch Canyon. We're camped on a mountain that's above the maze of canyons, and this morning there was just a river of fog that was totally to the tops and filled this canyon, and we got to film it from above. I'll show you some time lapses of that. But it has burnt off with the day. It's really cool. I haven't seen much like it in a long time. There's always washed out sections here. There's one part of the road to one of our favorite spots of the canyon that completely washed out last year, and we weren't able to get back up in there for a couple of extra months than normal until crews come back and repaired the road.
Yeah, it's really not first on their list. They can get to it when they get to it.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll be able to see this pinnacle on video.
Yep, we filmed that one from above with the crazy fog coming through. Just miles and miles of it. Getting back to these game cameras, we got like 7 of them back here. And it's time to service them. We'll service as many as we can. We're hoping we can service as many as 5 of them. There's a couple of them that are just way back in a high elevation and usually can't get into that area for a couple more months. These maze of canyons, well, there's been a lot of Bigfoot sightings around here in these maze of canyons. It's about 30-35 miles in length. But most of the places in the 35-mile length of canyon we concentrate on is where people have actually saw Bigfoot. There's also a couple of spots where people have reported finding footprints. One of those spots is on the top, on the other side of this canyon. There's a pass from one side to the other, and it's near the top of that pass. I went and read his report about the footprints. Or rather, he talks about it in the video.
tell that it's spring up here yet. There's not even any buds on the trees. I guess the grass is sort of green.
Yeah, the higher elevation you go, the spring comes later. But yeah, I don't see any leaves on.
Well, there's not. Just not even buds.
It's still getting really cold at night. We had a really cold night last night.
Between 30 and 40 degrees.
Jenny's cheeks smelled, not smelled. Jenny's cheeks smelled like ice cubes.
Yep.
Yeah, I had my sleeping bag zipped all the way up, and then I was down inside my bag with my pillow. Totally had my head covered to stay warm last night. It got in my sleeping bag like that. I actually got nice and toasty.
It took me a while to get warm. And I slept with my sleeping bag over my head too because it was so cold it hurt to breathe the air. It burned my nose. Oh, squirrels. They're fighting. Or something else.
They're playing.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
This is where they're at. I didn't see any squirrels or chipmunks up on top of the mountain we camped on. It was really quiet. They're down here. The munchies must be down in the bottoms of the canyon. Maybe that's where Bigfoot is. Just a beautiful day. Hope you guys like watching our drives in and out of the spots that we search for Bigfoot. Kind of like Christmas Day when you're able to get into cameras for the first time of a season and service them and see what's on those SD cards. Even if it's not Bigfoot, it's fun seeing the wildlife that live in places that people say they see Bigfoot. It was so cold last night. Jenny and I, on the way to camp, we bought Arby's and we bought large iced teas. And this morning when we got up, went to the vehicle, we still had ice in our cups. That's how cold it was last night. Our ice did not melt. There's my ice. Yeah, we knew we weren't going to be able to get to camp until late, so we got food on the drive up. Wow, these canyons are just beautiful back here. And just so vast. I mean, just so much just off the road, off the trails stuff to go and hike and search. And, you know, it's no wonder an animal that wants to remain unseen is able to do so well. It's got plenty of room to do it in. last Bigfoot sighting in these canyons actually was a road cross sighting. It's actually the only one I know of in these canyons.
Only one you know of what?
Road crossing sighting.
Oh.
The rest of the sightings, the people
Okay.
have been sitting at camp or out hiking. So
It was confusing the way you worded that. It sounded like you only had one sighting.
no, there's
I know.
several. The mountain that we camped on, there's been 2 on that mountain. And then in the Mesa Canyons, about half the distance or so to the other end of the 30-mile canyon, there's one there where a couple of campers had a sighting. The road crossing one was the most recent. That was about 18 months ago. That was a guy out on his archery hunt. And it was a noon sighting, overcast day, so it went across the road in front of him in overcast daylight. That's a pretty good sighting report, in my opinion. Oh, I wanted to give a shout out to Alan from Michigan. He sent us a Bigfoot sighting report every once in a while on these roundtable drives or our podcasts or whatever. Well, we ask people to send your Bigfoot sightings to us. We want to hear about them. We'll put them on our blog. We'll end up putting his on our blog, but his Michigan sighting was pretty cool. If you want to send Bigfoot sightings to us, send them to kcshaw40@gmail.com. And if you want, we'll give you a shout out on one of our roundtables for sending us your report. Another guy named Omar, he sent us his sighting report. And then he went into his sighting report area and camped. And whenever he had cell phone reception, he was sending us updates of what was going on and sending us pictures of the area. Really appreciated that. We like to see and hear what's going on if you're into Bigfooting. And if you'd like, we'll put your stuff on the blog. You can remain anonymous. Or if you want us to attach your name, or even if you have a media site. If your report actually gets posted on the blog, we'll make sure you get credit if that's what you want. Most people want to remain anonymous. Understand that, but you know, it seems like about 10% though want recognition. 90% of the Bigfoot sighting reports we get, people just rather remain anonymous, use their first name, last name, or not mention their name at all. But even if you want to stay anonymous, your reports are important to us. We want to hear about them. They bring us to places like these to look for Bigfoot. People have been great. The last couple of years, we average 3 or 4 Bigfoot sighting reports sent to us a month. So we enjoy getting those reports. Some people report to us right in the comments of our videos on our YouTube channel. Some people report to us on our Facebook channel. And then the ones that I like you guys actually to email them if you can. That's the way I prefer to get them, but any which way you want to report it to us. And that's kind of the most important data that we have, is when and where they're being spotted. And all right, we're gonna take a hike. I hope you enjoyed this roundtable drive. It's kind of a short one, but we wanted to tell you a little bit about the beginning of our season into this area, what we call Sasquatch Canyon. We didn't name it that. It was nicknamed that in the 70s by hunters that come into this area from the sightings and the footprints. That's some of those reports is what brought us into this canyon, and we just adopted the name that they nicknamed it. We're gonna keep up the tradition and call it Sasquatch Canyon too. So keep on watching. We're gonna keep on squatching. Camera still has juice.